Hey, this is Brother Teacher. Um, I saw a video not too long ago. I respect him immensely, Damon Dash, the uh, entertainer, and he made a statement on the Breakfast Club on whatever subject they were talking about, business and how he deals with business, and he made the statement that he has to feed his children. You know, but I have heard many celebrities before him over the past several months, several years, talk about, I have a family to feed. And these people are mega millionaires. Now, when I say mega millionaires, I'm saying they make 20, $30 million a year or more, 100 million. Depends on who you are. But if you're making millions annually, then you are doing better than the average person. But the statement that I have a family to feed, so I have to keep working, that bothers me on some level because it makes me question, what does it take to feed a family? Let's use this scenario here. You have a wife, some say girlfriend or spouse or companion, whatever the case. So it's two adults. You have one, maybe two. Let's say it's five people in your family, and you make 20, $30 million a year. I understand ventures, business ventures. I understand, you know, the home where you live in. I understand your lifestyle, driving Bentleys and Porsches and Lamborghinis and whatever else, a Lexus or whatever it is you choose to drive or purchase. Isn't it really about uh, your status when it comes to money? Isn't it really? What does it take to feed a family of five for a year? If you were to really look at the average person that is not wealthy, that is not rich, what does it take to feed your family? So let's visit this for a moment. Let's say I have a family of five, okay? And my rent where I live is, let's be conservative across the board. Let's use sort of the New Yorkian kind of prices and maybe the Midwest, Ohio, this kind of thing. Let's say my rent is about $1,000 a month, okay? And let's say it costs in food $300 a month. That's conservative, all right? And let's say my utilities are approximately $300 a month. So that is $1,100. That's food, utilities, and a roof over my head. Okay, that is, did I say that right? $2,100. Okay, now $2,100 for a family of five. Now, factoring in clothing, let's say, and household supplies, and I don't know anyone who, out of necessity, has to shop for clothing every single month of the year. After that, you're just being vain, me speaking. So, clothing, let's just include that. Let's say we're probably going to use with the phone bills, maybe cell phones, household, landline, possibly in your internet service. Let's tack on maybe 500 more dollars. So now we have $2,600 we're spending a month as an average family. And let's just round it up to 3,000. So we're going to spend $3,000 for those incidentals, that extra money, I should say. $3,000 a month. Now, let's just tack on another 4,000 total. I should say another $1,000 to make it 4,000. So now we're at 4,000 in expenses a month as an average family or borderline average family. Now, $4,000 a month in expenditures times 12 months. You can do the math. That is not anywhere close to even $500,000. Not even $250,000. So if we as a family of five can survive, and survival doesn't mean living in the woods and the forests of Cambodia or the Appalachian Mountains. We're talking about just living ordinary citizens in a city life 5 family members. If we can survive or live off of that income, then where does the $1 million come in? Where does the statement come in that I need to work to feed my family? What in the world is your family eating that requires that you make multiple millions of dollars and then make the statement that I have a family to feed, I have a family to take care of? How much taking care of a family does it take from a monetary standpoint to make it work for you? It has everything to do with perhaps your lifestyle. You see, you won't get a millionaire to digress. You won't get him or her to say, I'm going to live on the standards that the average middle class person lives on. But the average middle class person is living an ordinary, livable, sustainable life. The millionaire has more than enough. So when the millionaire says to me or to you that, hey, I've got a family to feed, but you can go virtually anywhere in the world on your private plane when you feel like it. You can visit any country virtually. You can take a vacation anytime you want to, several times a year. What's the comparison? What's the contrast here? You're not living an ordinary life like an ordinary working person is anyway. So I really don't buy the statement coming from someone who is wealthy and from someone who is rich when they say, I have a family to feed. That's why I'm out here doing concerts. That's why I'm out here, on the grind, selling tapes and selling videos, and my movie's coming to the box office next week, and I'm doing my 4th movie for the year and this kind of thing. I understand royalties, and I understand if you perhaps a black artist, you might have to work 10 times as hard as the white or the Asian artist. I understand that. But still, you're rich. And your thoughts are based on a rich person. So I'm saying this in essence. You have too much already. If you were to be knocked down to where you came from and have to live according to regular, ordinary, common people standards, then you would appreciate being there and having that and still surviving, so to speak. But to say that once I have left that station in life of being a person who was poor, lower income, working poor, or middle class person, and then now I'm a mega superstar, or I'm a celebrity and I'm making millions of dollars and multiple millions of dollars, now I'm not on that standard anymore. So now I'm on a rich standard. But I still have the audacity to say I have to feed my family. I don't think anyone sits down to the table that are wealthy or rich and eats $1 million worth of food at any sitting. I don't think that you have to pay $50,000 a month on your mortgage. I just don't. If I was in your position and in the station of life that you find yourselves fortunate to be in, and I won't say blessed, fortunate to be in, I would still live as ordinary as I possibly could, appreciating where I am. And if I made 30 to 40 million plus annually, you would never hear me make the statement, I have a family to feed. I think everyone already knows that I have more than what I actually need to feed that family, and that I could feed several other families that are not my own. So I guess that ushered itself into this conversation just now. The fact that maybe we should do a little bit more for someone else and not focus so much just on us. Because none of us can take anything that we acquire on this earth with us. I heard a person make a statement the other day, and they said, when you see a hearse in a funeral, you don't have a U-Haul truck coming behind it with the person's worldly possessions, because you can't take it with you. So I'm saying this again. When you die, you can take nothing with you. Now, I'm not saying that you can't and should not enjoy life as much as you possibly can, whether you be poor, middle income, and rich and wealthy, and all of those areas in between. I'm not saying that you should not enjoy your life on whatever level that you're on, because you should be able to enjoy your life and have a wholesome life as much as possible, as much as lie within you. But when you have arrived, so to speak, and when you have a lot of money, don't assume that you can't be touched, because many superstars have lost a significant amount or portion of their wealth. They have. There was an expression that they used to use in my church many, many years ago. When God, Yahweh, gives you something, He can blow on it and take it away from you as well. So sort of wrap your brains around what I just said. And for those who don't really understand what I said, please rewind this, replay it if you will, and listen to it contextually. And I hope that you do understand what I'm getting at. Those of us that are the common man, who may not have millions and millions and millions of dollars, we understand when we make the statement, I have a family that I have to feed. Because we don't have all of the luxury that those that are rich have. So the statement should really never come out of their mouths, I have a family that I have to feed, because it doesn't take that much to feed your family when you're already rich. That was it in a nutshell. This is Brother Teacher. I love you. Yahweh love you. And I'll see you in the next video. So long.